Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Beats going up against the Eagles. On the call here tonight, let's send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Brooklyn Beats and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys.
One of 2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
And he'll go on the ground. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. 4 down. Let's go. Blue 90.
Wentz to throw on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary, very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. This is a screen to Abdullah. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
This is taken at about the 14. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight end right. Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A strong running. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. A 22-yard scamper. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And it's good to make it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the defense now here back onto the field. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field essentially, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. That's exactly what they accomplished.
Well, they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? Now Wentz on the bootleg. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Amari Cooper. 59 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that enables him to also pick up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Let's go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 27 yards that time. And it's good enough for a first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And they'll run it here. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll set up to throw. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive line.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver from 4 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Play action. Now Wentz looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stays on his feet. Oh, he shifts past him. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 1 quarter gone in this NFC divisional round matchup. 14 apiece is the score. And we're back to Philadelphia after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Brooklyn football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give him the 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Right. He's tight right here. Stay on the right.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time. One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They're going to look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. A 24-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to take the lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down? We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And it's up and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here now another look at the rookie Carson Wentz leading his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Wentz to throw on second down. A dump off for Abdullah. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. A very solid gain of 27. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
No. Check. Patriots.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
In the red zone this time. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd and goal now from the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Wentz now to throw. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Everyone's got four down. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Back to throw again. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Green 39. Green 39.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 5 yards to go.
Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
319.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on first and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And his kick here is good. and that'll push the lead up to 17. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hey, we got 4.
And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Eagles secondary has done a good job to slow down the passing game so far. The Beats really did a good job in that area last week, but yardage-wise, they're not making the same kind of impression in today's game. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. Beats taking control early in the first. He'll fend off the tackle with the stiff arm, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Midway through the first quarter, that takes the lead up to 7. Wentz has got his mark near the sideline. And this long run goes for a touchdown. We're tied back up at 7. Eagles lined up at the 5. They'll go to the ground here, and he'll run it in from 5 yards out. We're brand new at 14. Beats have it on 2nd and 5. The quick pass, it's complete, and he's going to go 24 yards for the score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Beats lined up at the 48. Here the pass goes to the sidelines, and he'll end up picking up 28 yards on the play. Continuing on the drive, he'll head up the middle on the run, and he'll go in for the score. The lead now at 14. So that's going to do it for us. We'll send you back now to field level for some more playoff football.
All right, Larry, indeed a one-sided affair to this point as we get set for half 2. Oh, nice move. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I could just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw now on first down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Boo, 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, He'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And they'll run it here. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards there and a first down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. Taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Wentz going to look to throw. That's caught. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. We put our attention now on the Eagles' defense. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles take possession. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Now Wentz on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Single. Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever. Here we go now. Blue 90.
On play action, it's Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the offense has it, 6-yard line, first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. On second down, here's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Got to figure this is one they need here on third and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now third down and goal from the 1. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 13. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
Hey. 4 down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Two times. 4 down. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Hey. You got three. 3 down. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the night. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
One receiver to the left is Cooper.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's got time in the pocket. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down.
4 down. All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they